Hi, I'm Dana Coburn. I'm a junior at Penn High School. I achieved my Girl Scout Gold Award by this project, as you see here. I painted paw prints on the ground leading up to the school to commemorate like the Prairie Vista Pumas and make kids excited to learn and excited to go to school. And I painted two blue ribbons on the poles to show their academic achievements. Prairie Vista has won 2 blue ribbons in their time, and I replaced the benches and painted them just to give like a nice welcoming feature to the school.
Hi, my name is Grace Brown. I am a junior at Penn High School, and this is my community project. I have achieved my Girl Scout Gold Award by creating this outdoor information station for Prairie Vista Elementary School. We put this information station outside so that teachers and students would have a way to connect with each other and spread information about what's going on in the school and say thank you to people like the awesome volunteers here.
I'm Collin Pika. I'm a senior at Penn High School and Eagle Scout in Troop 562. This is my Eagle project. This is what helped me work towards my Eagle Scout rank. As you can see here, I painted the tables and pavilion black and red, the Prairie Vista school colors. And this paint was actually donated by PHM School Corporation. I'd like to thank Mrs. Twyble and Dr. Thacker for that. That was very generous. And we also stenciled in Puma Pride and some paw prints on each pillar to really get the school spirit of Prairie Vista in there.
I'm Zach Hogan. To get my Eagle Scout, I did this project here in the Prairie Vista Prairie, these benches. These first 8 benches were already located here, but they were starting to deteriorate. So I replaced the bench tops and I re-cemented some of them back into the ground to maintain them for the community. And then I also added capacity, so I added these back 4 benches. Those are brand new, and I built those for my project. I remember coming back to the Prairie when I went to the school. We would have nature presentations out here, and when Mrs. Twyble said this was an opportunity to do for a project, I jumped right on it.
Hi, I'm Erin Ludwig. I'm a junior at Penn High School, and my Gold Award project was resurfacing the tennis courts. They were in really bad shape before, so that's why I decided to do my project. And it took a lot of time to raise all the money, but eventually, after hosting tournaments and writing grants and emailing and going door to door, we eventually got them resurfaced. There was really big cracks before, which was dangerous for playing, so now it's a much safer and nicer place to play tennis.
I'm RJ Jors, and I am a sophomore at Ball State University. And for my Eagle Scout project, I renovated kind of the picnic area. So the bench was kind of deteriorating, so I put new boards on and stained them. And then there were a whole bunch of like weeds and roots growing in the area, so I had like to pull those and then put mulch paper and new mulch on top, which I added probably about like 6 inches of mulch. And then on the picnic benches, at the time I like power washed them. And then over in the corner there was a part of the fence that was broken, so I repaired that and put additional ties on like sections of the fence that were missing them. And that was about it.
My name is Blake Witchy, and for my Eagle Scout project, I relocated a memorial rock dedicated to my great-great-grandfather Henry Sears up towards the road so that people can see it. Here's the new location of the memorial rock. You can see it's got the plaque for Henry Sears. We elevated it up about 2 feet off the ground and set it in concrete, so it's not going to be moving anytime soon. And we put landscaping bricks around it. We put an aluminum sign over the top of it. Overall, we spent about 136 man-hours on this project, not including the time that I have put in.
Hello everyone, my name is Matt Long. I'm a Boy Scout, part of Troop 110. For my Eagle Scout project, I worked on the Madison Nature Trail. So as you can see over here, I kind of restained the entire sign, repainted the Madison School Nature Trail part right there. I planted some flowers, but as you can see, they've kind of faded over the year, but you know, just some touch-ups will of course be nice and something that could definitely improve it. Just a little here and there every now and then. So over here, as you can see, this is kind of my identification marker that states that we're going to have markers throughout the trail that you can take a look at. They should be permanent and last as long as they can, and just kind of have some nature evidence pertaining to wherever it's located, as well as kind of a fact that you can learn while walking on the trail. So for my Eagle Scout project, I mulched down the first 100 yards or so in this trail on each of the starting paths to kind of keep the weeds down as well as make it accessible, because before it was kind of overgrown. And so what I did was I took all of the weeds and everything out, and then I placed down new mulch so we wouldn't have that problem. And now, as you can see over here, the signs, they're kind of faded, but we did our best to try and repaint it and make them a little bit easier to see. And then another large part of my project is this firebowl area. So in the firebowl area, there was a lot of overgrown bushes and trees that we had to kind of cut down, push back. And so we took out all these old benches, as you can see, put in new tops so the students and anybody in the community will be able to sit down on them, kind of use them for their own personal use. And that was a large part of my project, taking it out and kind of revamping that. And now probably the largest part of my project are these nature signs. So I built a case to hold the sign, and then when you want to look at it, you can lift it up, and then it shows exactly kind of the sugar maple which is in the area, states a fact about it, and then when you're done, you can close it up and you'll keep it nice for a few more years. Now, if you go along the entire trail, there's 27 signs in total pertaining to each part of the trail, as well as kind of stating facts throughout. So we can take a look at them, or you can come by and see them yourself.
My name is Reagan Johansen, and for my Girl Scout Gold Award project, I decided to take on the creation of a Spanish learning program for our PHM elementary school community. My program is entitled Spanish with Yoli because that's my name in Spanish class, and I created a series of videos to help students learn Spanish at a young age and also to encourage language learning. And that last year sort of debuted in our learning program during the summer. And hopefully it will continue to grow and eventually be implemented into the elementary schools as a curriculum or after-school activity.